Hey gang, you and I are both being hosted by Bill Wilson at the ultimate man cave on the planet Earth, Bill's Lodge in Texas, the Circle WC Ranch. In the past, we've shown you what Wilson Combat can do with the Sig P320. Now he has turned his attention to this game-changing little gun, the 365. Bill, tell us about that.
Well, the first step, we just completed the modules. And so now we've got the modules available for both the 10-round and the 12-round magazine length on them, both with and without the manual safety cut, and they come in black and desert tan, both. The nice thing about this whole modular, interchangeable module system is like this one here, for example. This gun was the 10-round, short barrel original 365. I just don't get enough grip with the 10-round magazine, and so I've got the short slide top end, but I've got the longer XL type frame on the bottom. So I get a full firing grip on the gun, in a real small package. So, but you can take this same top end and chassis and put the short grip on if you want to. Or you can have the longer XL top end, and you can have the short frame or the long frame. You can configure the gun several different ways, just by changing the module.
So it's kind of a Barbie gun. You can dress it up however you want.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, you found those as reliable as we have, I guess?
I think I've got 2 of the short slide ones and 1 XL slide gun. And I haven't had any functioning issues with any of the 3 of them. Granted, I haven't shot thousands and thousands of rounds through them, but I've shot them all enough to know that I can trust them, and to make sure they're zeroed and all that. And it's been a nice, reliable little package, and it doesn't seem these don't seem to be as finicky about needing full power ammunition as some of the 320s do. Because they've got the 320s pretty much sprung for NATO ammo, and I found they don't like to run real light 115 like a PMC, for example. It's loaded, pretty light. They don't like to always, go to slide lock on those because they need a little more oomph.
What does something like this cost the customer?
The module, I believe it's $64.95 is what the 365 module runs, and the 320 modules, I think it's $69.95.
That's about the same price as changing grips on a conventional pistol.
Yeah, changing out the modules on these things is just ultra simple. I mean, all you got to do is pop the top end off the gun, push that pin out, pull the fire control module out, and grab a different plastic module and slide it in there and put the pin back in, and you've changed either colors or size or whatever of your grip module.
Phil Strader and his team really did a great job literally changing the game when they designed a gun this small that would shoot that well and hold that much.
And be a 9mm, not a 380.
Yeah, and I remember when 380s were more this size. We've come a long way. Now, the 320 has been very popular for you. Do you think that's going to be true of this little guy as well?
Well, if we can go by initial sales of the modules, this is going to be a much more popular gun, because we brought this out. The 320 modules took off real well, and we sold more of them than we expected, and we ran through the first production run real quick. And so when we decided to do this one, we basically doubled all those numbers because we didn't want to get caught with our pants down and run out of inventory within weeks like we did initially with that one. And so, like I say, we basically doubled the initial order for 365 modules, and we sold them out in, I think, less than a week.
Wow.
Yeah, it caught us all off guard. I mean, we were at the point where we couldn't get them assembled with the mag catches, couldn't get them packaged in the clamshell packaging and keep them in inventory during the day. I mean, they kept, the first few days they were like showing in stock, out of stock, in stock, out of stock. Even though we had them, we just couldn't get them through our system fast enough to keep getting them back in the bin because they were going out the door so fast.
Well, the market decides, and that's kind of a sign of satisfied customers.
Well, isn't this the best-selling handgun in the United States right now?
Boy, if it's not, it's close. It literally changed the game. Almost every manufacturer now has come up with their, I won't say copy, with their interpretation of this design. We've had a bunch of folks come through the class with them, and they shoot their 500 rounds, no sore hands, good scores, no malfunctions, and they leave, which is exactly what you want from a carry pistol.
Yeah. Yeah, as you know, Mass, we've been doing the collaboration Sig 320 package with Sig for quite a while, where we get in basically an unfinished kit from Sig. It comes in the white with no machine work on the slides, and we go ahead and we do all of our cuts on it, tune the triggers, set them up if the customer wants for our True Zero optics on it, tune the triggers, get it all fixed up, put DLC coating on the slide and everything. And so, we'll take that package there and, eventually, be able to do that on the 365s also when we get the components in for it. And then we'll be doing a tricked out version of the 365 that'll be available, as a complete gun like the 320s are.
What are you seeing for sales of the red dot capable guns? Are they going upwards?
Oh yeah, they're going straight up. It's like, we put a complete gun on the website that's available. They always sell faster if they're set up with a red dot than if they're not. Especially the 320s. I mean, there's more demand for the 320 collaboration guns with a dot sight than there is without. Seems like.
It's going to be interesting to see how that compares to the just about pocket-sized guns. Any more future plans? Any other SIGs that you're going to be modifying?
No, it's the only thing we got on our radar right now is just the 320 and the 365 platforms.
These SIGs are not sour, and Wilson Combat seems to make them sweeter. We'll be looking for you down the road, and when there's a new variation, we'll be telling you right here on the Wilson Combat channel.